and welcome to Siyasat TV. I'm Sumayya Junaid Ahmed bringing you the news. Here are the headlines.
Man accused in gang rape of Uttar Pradesh girl shot as he tried to escape, says cop. COVID spike leaves bodies piled up in mortuary in Chhattisgarh district. Rakesh Tikait accuses center for attack on his convoy. 89,129 fresh COVID-19 cases in India, biggest one-day jump since late September. Daily COVID-19 cases in Telangana crosses 1,000 for the first time in 2021. Temperature likely to touch 45 degrees Celsius in Telangana in April and May. Myanmar death tolls edges up to 550 as online crackdown tightens. Iran says no step-by-step plan for lifting United States sanctions. Let us begin with a top story. One of 4 men accused of the gang rape of class 10 student in western Uttar Pradesh, Meerut, has been shot by police as he and his accomplice attempt to escape custody while being taken to the court. Police said the 2 accused, Lakhan and Vikas, were arrested earlier today and were being taken to the court when they snatched a pistol from one of the policemen guarding them and tried to flee. Police also said that the encounter that followed, involving a team from Meerut Police Surveillance Department and officers from the Sardhana police station, the 2 were pinned down near Kapsat village. Lakhan opened fire and was then shot in his leg by the cops' return fire. Both accused have been recaptured and Lakhan is being treated at a local hospital. The young girl was allegedly gang raped by 4 men. 2 others are still on the run. On Thursday, her relatives also alleged she was forced to consume a poisonous substance that led to her death. Moving on to our next story, National Conference leader Farooq Abdullah, who tested positive for the COVID-19 earlier this week, has been admitted to hospital. His son Umar Abdullah tweeted today, based on the advice of doctors to enable them to better monitor my father, he has been admitted to the hospital in Srinagar. Our family remains grateful to everyone for their message of support and their prayers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was among those who wished the veteran politician for a speedy recovery after the latter tested positive. Away from the magnitude of reports about the coronavirus situation in major urban centers, Durg, a small town in Chhattisgarh district of the same name, is at the heart of an untold crisis. The district is the worst affected in the state that faces a massive spike in COVID infections as the second wave threatens to go on the rampage. At the local mortuary, the bodies are piling up. 38 people have died in last 7 days. At hospitals, doctors are overwhelmed. Over 6,000 have been infected in the last 7 days. With the authorities unable to cope with the flood on infection and deaths, the state has announced a complete and a week-long lockdown in district, but that only starts from next Tuesday. The situation at a 500-bed government hospital in Durg particularly is worrying. The mortuary has 8 freezers but 27 bodies, and doctors say that they are struggling to hand them over the relative as soon as possible. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Lampura ground in pole-bound Assam's Tamulpur today. He said the Mahajhoot of Mahjot Grand Alliance has been disclosed. On the basis of my political experience and audience love, I can say that the people have decided to form NDA government in Assam. They can't bear those who insult Assam's identity and propagate violence.
क्षेत्र का उत्साह दिख रहा है और ये साफ नजर आ रहा है कि महाजोत के महाजूट की यहां भी पोल खुल चुकी है। बीते दिनों में मुझे असम के अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में जाने का सौभाग्य मिला। लाखों लोगों से संवाद किया है और मेरे राजनीतिक अनुभव के आधार पर मैं कहता हूं, जनता के प्यार की भाषा मैं समझता हूं। उस प्यार की भाषा के आधार पर कहता हूं, जनता के आशीर्वाद की ताकत मैं समझता हूं। उस आशीर्वाद की ताकत के आधार पर कहता हूं, असम में एक बार फिर आप लोगों ने एनडीए की सरकार बनाना तय कर लिया है। असम की पहचान का बार बार अपमान करने वाले लोग असम के लोगों को बर्दाश्त नहीं है। असमों को दशकों तक हिंसा और अस्थिरता देने वाले अब असम के लोगों को एक पल भी स्वीकार नहीं है। हम जब भी कोई योजना बनाते हैं तो सबके लिए बनाते हैं। हर क्षेत्र के लोगों को, हर वर्ग के लोगों तक बिना भेदभाव, बिना पक्षपात उस योजना का लाभ पहुंचाने के लिए हम कड़ी मेहनत करते हैं। लेकिन दुर्भाग्य से देश में कुछ बातें ऐसी गलत चल रही है। अगर हम समाज में भेदभाव करके, समाज के टुकड़े करके अपनी वोट बैंक के लिए एक टुकड़े के लिए कुछ फेंक दे, कुछ दे दें, तो दुर्भाग्य देखिए उसको देश में सेक्युलरिज्म कहा जाता है। लेकिन अगर सबके लिए काम करे, जो भी इसके हकदार है, कोई भेदभाव बिना, कोई टिकड़े किए बिना अगर सबको देते हैं तो फिर कहते हैं ये कम्युनल है। भाइयों बहनों, हमारा तो मंत्र है सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास।
A day after attack on Bharatiya Kisan Union spokesperson Rakesh Tikait's convoy, he blamed Center for the incident. Rakesh Tikait said the center is responsible, who else it can be? It is their youth wing. They were saying, Rakesh Tikait, go back. They hurled stones, used lathis. Why are they fighting with us? We are farmers, we are not political party.
कोई इनका तो उसके थे वे जो पुलिस ने बताया।
तो क्या सर स्लोगन वो कह रहे थे, क्या कह रहे थे जब आप पे अटैक हुआ?
वे तो नु कह रहे थे राकेश टिकैत गो टू बैक। मगा भाई गो टू बैक कहाँ जा? अब पंचायत तो आगे है, जाना तो आगे है, चले नहीं वापसी जाओ। मगा भाई वापसी कहाँ जा? मैं ये तो बता दो वापसी जा कहाँ? दिल्ली में धरने पे जाए या धरने पे ही चले जाए, या तो धरने का समर्थन आप कर रहे हो तो आप भी साथ में चलो, और गो टू बैक क्या हम अपने घर चले जा। तो उसमें फिर पत्थरबाजी और लाठी लुट्ठी ले रहे थे, और गाड़ी के शीशे विशे सब तोड़ ताड़ दिए। मगर मारे से कहीं की लड़ाई लड़े, अपनी पार्टी को बचाओ। तारी पार्टी गई, तारे नेता बंद कर रखे घर में, तब अपनी पार्टी को बचाओ। मारे से कहीं को लड़ो, हम तो किसान हैं, सरकार की पॉलिसी का हमारा विरोध है, तो हमारे से सारा क्या मतलब भाई कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी।
Ahead of assembly elections in West Bengal for Phase 3, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath held a roadshow in Ulberia today and said TMC goons had made the land of hooliganism and anarchy.
इसके सांस्कृतिक राष्ट्रवाद की धरती रही है, लेकिन बंगाल को टीएमसी के गुंडों ने गुंडागिरी और अराजकता की धरती बना दिया है। यहाँ पर कांग्रेस, वामपंथी दलों और टीएमसी ने यहाँ के पूरे वातावरण को अराजकता में बदल करके तुष्टीकरण की भेंट चढ़ा दिया है। अब तक 2 चरणों के चुनाव संपन्न हुए हैं और मैं बंगाल की धरती से और सभी मतदाताओं का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं जिन्होंने मतदान में भाग लिया। अब तक का रुझान बताता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी भारी बहुमत से।
After BJP President JP Nadda claimed to win assembly elections and forming government in West Bengal, TMC leader Derek O'Brien declined his claims and called it mind games. He said, "I am amused with mind games of Modi and Shah." Last night, Modi and Shah and BJP President JP Nadda had a review meeting over Bengal. They know that we are ahead of them.
Modi Shah. Overall, in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Trinamool had a 3% advantage. In spite of all the big talk from the tourist gang, Trinamool has substantially built on that lead in 2021. So catch us if you can. And let me tell you, my sources in Delhi tell me that Modi, Shah, Mosha, plus the BJP president have reviewed the situation in Bengal. They know the situation is grim after phase 1 and 2. So that's why this mind game strategy, it won't work.
So that is her Mamata Banerjee strategy. She is no, but we have informed that she is looking at another constituency.
This is all part of the mind games of Modi Shah. You see, in 2019, Trinamool was, the Lok Sabha elections, Trinamool was 3% ahead of BJP. In spite of all the big talk from the tourist gang, Trinamool is now substantially more than double 3%, more than 6% ahead of BJP. So that's why last night, as per the information we have, Mosha and the BJP president had a meeting. They reviewed the situation in Bengal. So that's why they say they know they're losing. So now what do? Start the mind games. We're ahead. Catch us if you can.
जो नंदीग्राम से वो सीट हार रही हैं, वो दूसरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में जाने का सोच रही है, जो उनके पास रिपोर्ट आया है.
ये सब बकवास है. मैं तो बोल रहा हूं, कल रात पे खुद मोदी, शाह, नड्डा जी बात किया, पूरा सिचुएशन रिव्यू किया, और वो रिव्यू के बाद पूरा क्लियर हो गया जो बीजेपी फेज 1 फेज 2 में खराब कर रहा है, उसलिए अभी ये लोग माइंड गेम शुरू किया. नंदीग्राम हम लोग आगे से ही बोला, ममता दी खेला खत फिनिश्ड, बहुत तो जीत गया.
India added 89,129 new coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours amid a worrying surge in COVID-19 cases that has prompted states like Maharashtra to consider lockdown. Today's surge is the highest since 20th of September when 92,605 cases were reported. Situation is of grave concern in Maharashtra, Punjab, Karnataka, Kerala, Chhattisgarh, Chandigarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Delhi and Haryana. The center said after a review meeting on Friday, these states and union territories account 90% of the cases and deaths in the country. 714 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, the highest since 21st of October when 717 fatalities were reported. Let us shift our focus to Telangana, where the number of daily COVID-19 cases continued to rise in Telangana with 1,078 new infections and 6 fatalities on Friday. This is the first time the COVID cases have crossed 1,000 a day in state this year. The 3 major urban centers, including areas under GHMC, Rangareddy and Medjal Malkajgiri, continue to report a large number of new daily COVID infections. Areas under GHMC reported 283 new COVID infections while the nearby Medjal Malkajgiri district reported 113 new infections. There were 104 infections from Rangareddy district, while 6 fatalities. The cumulative number of COVID-related deaths went up to 1,712, while the total number of positive cases is 310,819. As on Friday, there were 6,900 active COVID-19 cases in the state. A total 331% recovered on Friday, taking the cumulative COVID-19 recoveries in the state to 3,02,207. 4 staff persons at Banjara Hills Police Station tested positive for the coronavirus, totaling tally of 9 in the last 3 days. Among those 9 persons include 5 working in the crime wing. In the latest, an assistant sub-inspector, 5 women constables, 2 constables were found to be infected with the virus. In the first phase, around 50 persons from Banjara Hills Police Station tested positive for the coronavirus. Alright, the temperature in Telangana is expected to increase further with mercury levels across the state touching newer heights each day. The officials of Indian Meteorological Department hinted that the temperature could touch 45 degrees Celsius in April and May. On Friday, Bhadrachalam in Bhadradari Kottagudem district recorded 42.5 degrees Celsius, following by 42 degrees Celsius in Nalgonda. Director of Indian Meteorological Department, Dr. K. Nagaratna, said that the state would see 46 to 47 degrees Celsius in some parts of the state and in Hyderabad. The temperature would hover between 42 to 45 degrees Celsius. Dr. K. Nagaratna said every year the state witnessed rainfall or thunderstorm during March, but this time weather is dry and heat is increasing. And we can't predict any relief in May as well, and the temperatures might rise in the next months as well. Moving on to our international news, security forces in central Myanmar opened fire on anti-coup protesters on Saturday in violence that human rights groups said has killed 550 civilians since the 1st of February military takeover. The Assistance Association for Political Prisoners activist groups said security forces have killed 550 people, 46 of them children, since the military overthrew the elected government led by Aung San Suu Kyi. The group said some 2,751 people have been detained or sentenced. At least 2 deaths were reported on Friday, with several more reported on Saturday, including in Monoeva, the largest city in the Sangin region. Saturday marks 1 week since the deadliest day of anti-government protests. A fire destroyed more than 20 shops in the makeshift market near Rohingya refugee camp in southern Bangladesh, killing at least 3 people. Local police chief Ahmed Sunjur Morshid on Friday said that they recovered the bodies from the debris after it took firefighters several hours to bring the blaze under control. Several other people were injured in the blaze, the second deadly fire in less than 2 weeks. The fire broke out early on Friday when residents of the sprawling Kutupalong camp, home to more than 6 lakh Rohingya refugees from Myanmar, were asleep. Local fire chief Imadullah Haq said the latest blaze would have been catastrophic had it not been quickly controlled, as the market is close to 10 of thousands of highly inflammable bamboos and tarpaulin shanties where most of the Rohingya live. 2 other serious fires this year have also set alarm bells ringing over safety conditions in the camps where about 1 million of Muslim refugees have been living since fleeing military clampdowns in neighboring Myanmar in recent years. Iran Foreign Ministry has said that there will be no step-by-step plan to lift layers of American sanctions and restore the country's 2015 nuclear deal with world powers. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Saeed Khatibzadeh told the definitive policy of Islamic Republic of Iran in the lifting of all US sanctions. He said that includes all sanctions imposed and reimposed by the former US President Donald Trump. Trump in 2018 unilaterally abandoned the nuclear deal also signed by China, Russia, Germany, France and the United Kingdom and imposed harsh economic sanctions that have only escalated since. Iran has previously said it was open to a step-by-step approach but changed its position after US President Joe Biden refused to lift any sanctions for months, insisting Iran would need to act first to come up back into full compliance with all its commitments under the deal.
Before we wrap up our bulletin, let's have a look on our headlines.
Man accused in gang rape of Uttar Pradesh girl shot as he tried to escape, says cop. COVID spike leaves bodies piled up in mortuary in Chhattisgarh district. Rakesh Tikait accuses center for attack on his convoy. 89,129 fresh COVID-19 cases in India, biggest one-day jump since late September. Daily COVID-19 cases in Telangana crosses 1,000 for the first time in 2021. Temperature likely to touch 45 degrees Celsius in Telangana in April and May. Myanmar death tolls adds up to 550 as online crackdown tightens. Iran says no step-by-step plan for lifting United States sanctions.
These were all the updates. More news on the other side. Thank you for your time. For more news, stay tuned to Siyasat TV.